Hello world, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I do this Marilyn inspired hair and makeup look. We're just going to jump right into it and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to prep my hair. It's been a few days since I washed my hair and my hair won't sit the way I want it to sit for this look if my hair is just freshly washed. So it's been a few days since I washed my hair. I wanted to let it get a good wear on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to part it probably here and then I'll part it down towards my ears and the same on this side. Okay, and I'm just going to twist the back of the hair just out of my way for now, and all I'm going to do is tightly curl this part of my hair first. I'm going to use my hair straightener because I prefer to do curls with a hair straightener. You can use a hair wand if you want to, but I'll just show you how I do it with my straightener. So I'll do this top bit first. So I'll section about this much. I'm going to curl this quite tight. So starting at the root, I'm just going to bend it down. I'm going to twist it 180 degrees and then just pull it out. And you want to make sure the ends are twisted in nicely. And then I'll just twist it back up. So you want to keep it in its little twist. Now there's two things you can do. Sometimes you can just get a roller, which I'm just going to use a roller because I don't have enough clips. And I'm going to roll this back into the curl. So it's just going to help it hold. And then I'm going to do this all the way down. So you want to put the curl pretty much back up straight away while the hair is still hot, because as the hair cools it's going to hold into that shape. So you want to make sure that it's back up in its twist while it's still warm. If you don't have rollers, you can just twist it back up and just put a little pin in it. Ideally it's best if you have a clampy pin. I have no idea where half of my hair stuff is, so I'm just going to use like a little bobby pin. I'm just going to clip that up here to hold its shape. And then for these bits, I'm just kind of going to leave it because I kind of want these to drop a bit. I want this to hold. You'll see after when I do the hair. But for these bits here, I don't mind a little bit of drop. If your hair is not the type of hair that holds a curl, then I would recommend pinning every single curl. But for me, this is just how I like to do it. So now I'm going to do these ones the opposite way. I'm going to do the exact same for the rest of my hair. So then when I come to the top section, I'll bring these curls like back. So the way I did these to the side, I'll bring each of these back like this. You can spray it if you want. I'm not going to. My cat is beside me and I don't want to spray hairspray in the room. You can spray a light layer of hairspray on this. So I've already prepped my skin. I used the NARS liquid illuminator and I'm going to just jump straight into my foundation. And today I'm going to use the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. The shade I use is Vienna. I have a spot in the worst place. I think for this look it might work out. I might turn it into a little beauty mark. I'm going to use a new concealer today. This is the Dior Forever Skin Correct. I tried it yesterday I think for the first time and I really liked it. I was actually surprised with the coverage. I really like the foundation from this line, but it's more of like a natural sheer type of a foundation. Really nice for days that I just want to have minimal makeup on. So I was expecting the concealer to kind of have the same coverage, but I was surprised that I had like really nice coverage. Like as you can see, like some of my freckles, you probably can't see it on camera, but I can see that some of my like freckles and my skin shines through, so it gives it that really nice natural coverage and natural finish. And now I'm going to go in and set all that with the Hourglass translucent powder. I'm going to warm up my skin now with my bronzer. This is the Fenty bronzer. The shade is Shady Biz. This bronzing brush is the Fenty bronzing brush as well. It's great because it has this like little curve to it. That kind of helps like hug your cheekbone. So it gives like a really nice placement to your bronzer. I'm going to just do my brows now. I'm going to use two different pencils. I'm going to take my Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit. This is the shade number 2. And I'm going to start by filling the brow in and thickening it up with this. I'm going to use a little bit of this Nabla brow pencil. It's the shade Neptune, so it's darker than this shade. I like to use two different shades with my brows. Just adds a bit more dimension to them. Then I'm going to take my 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. This is just a clear brow gel to keep the hairs in place. I've just been using concealer to set my eye base and it's been working really well, so I'm just going to continue to do that. I'm just going to lightly set it with a little bit of powder. Now I'm jumping into my Snap Shadow palette number 7 from Fenty Beauty. It's this one here. So I'm going to take a mixture of, I'm going to take a bit of this shade with the teeniest little bit of the mustard, but mostly this shade here. And I'm just going to go and do my crease. And once I have that done, I'm going straight in and I'm going to do my wing liner. I like to map my wing out first on either side. And then I like to just drag this back all the way in to meet the lash line. And then all I'm going to do is connect this bit here and fill it in. Now I'm going to go in with a really dense small flat brush. I'm going to take my Shape Tape. I like to use my Shape Tape to tidy up concealer and stuff because it's full coverage and it really just cleans up everything so easily. A little bit on my brush and then I just kind of wipe the excess in my hand here so I don't have too much product on my brush. So because this fella is flicking up here, I am just going to go above this line and drag him out. It's just a very tip, so see the way that's just erased it? We still have the line there from the concealer, so I'll just very lightly drag that up until it blends back into the skin. And the good thing is with this look, the eyeshadow is very neutral, so I get away with doing this. And I'm going to do underneath the liner and just give it a nice swish and wing it out and sharpen that line. And now I'm going to go back into the eyeshadow palette and take a little bit of these two colours again. And I'm going to do the outer part of the eye. Now that the eyes are done, I'm going to go in and do my mascara and my eyelashes. I'm going to go back in and warm my skin up a bit, so I'm taking my Marc Jacobs bronzer and I just want to contour a little bit more on my cheeks. Then I'm going to go in with this Marc Jacobs Flesh and Fantasy blush. Again, I just really like this colour. I'm going to take this Persona highlight. For lips, I'm taking this red from Fenty Beauty. It's called Uncensored. So now that the makeup's done, I'm going to go do my hair. I'll take all these out first. See how much this one stayed in comparison to these ones? Because this was pinned up and it cooled down while it was pinned, so it holds more so than this one. So just so you can see the difference on pinning them and not pinning them. I'm just going to take this vent brush and I'm going to just comb this out. You're actually better off starting with the bottom and combing it out. See the back here is just like a little bit flat, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to back comb the roots. So it just adds a little bit of volume here, and I like to put this bit behind my ear, just makes it look a little bit more sleek. For this bit here, I like to just go back in and section this and very gently just back comb the root, just a smidge. This will just help hold it in place. And then what I'm going to do with these bits here is just grab the curl down the bottom here and just gently push it up. This just adds a little bit of volume to the curl. Now we'll flip this back over. I'm going to use my tangle teaser because it's a softer bristle, and I'm just going to brush this slightly over. Now I usually kind of mess around with this a little bit until it sits how I want it to sit. Take a little bit of hairspray and spray this in. By the way, my cat is no longer here, that's why I'm spraying the hairspray. I wouldn't spray it with him beside me. Let's see about adding a beauty mark to this. So that is it for my Marilyn inspired tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.